Good day, my name is Nikita Nargrove, and today I'll be doing a presentation on the crop tomatoes. The tomatoes were starting in week 2. These tomatoes were bought by seedlings. Two sets of tomatoes were planted. 2 were planted in the ground, as you can see here, and the other was planted in a garden bag, as can be seen in the photo. The 2 sets of tomatoes were watered every day and photos were taken. In week 3, you can see that the tomatoes which were grown in the garden bag has grown significantly, with the stems being more elongated and they're having more leaves. The tomatoes which were grown in the ground also can be seen to have dramatic growth. These plants were continuously wet every week and photos were taken. In week 4, the plants which were grown in the garden bags has some problems. For example, the tomato on the left is still looking healthy and has grown significantly. However, the tomato that is on the right have been showing some signs of wilting. This problem may be caused because the tomatoes were wet every day and may have to decrease in the amount of water, as these tomatoes are grown in a bag and may cause root rot within the tomatoes. The tomatoes that are grown in the ground have not shown any significantly different signs in growth compared to the one from week 3. For week 5, one of the tomatoes which are grown in the garden bag has been showing signs of flowering, which may be ready for fruiting. For that tomato was fertilized with a complete fertilizer, which was 12, 12, 15, and 2. The tomato, however, in the other poly bag did not show any signs of flowering. The tomato grown on the ground have grown a little bit more, has produced leaves. However, its growth rate is slower compared to the ones grown in the bag. I believe this is due to the shot the plant had when it was first transplanted, or maybe lack of proper care on my end. For week 5, the tomato which was flowering, I have transplanted it into a different bigger container. They're surrounded with parsley because it outgrown its poly bag. The tomato, however, which wasn't flowering, started to show signs of dying. The top part of the tomato dried off and wilting started to occur. The cause of this may have been overwatering or due to me disturbing the roots, as the roots had grown out of the poly bag and I lifted up the bag and broke some of the roots. Thank you. This has brought me to the end of my presentation.